left that phone and she got a new phone. Like I start thinking about, movie type stuff. Like,
but you went through a lot of scenarios of which her being murdered by her husband was not one of them.
No, yeah, absolutely. Like that. And then one that even went through my head at some point was maybe their problems were really bad and maybe she took her life and the girls. Maybe it was a murder suicide that way. That was like the worst case scenario in my head. Like maybe they had such a bad fight and there was going to be a custody and she was pregnant, she was stressed out, she just couldn't handle it anymore. Like that was my worst case scenario.
Which is what's so interesting to me because obviously we know the outcome of the story.
This month in 2010 was when I was officially diagnosed with my health challenges. I just remember that. I forgot what month we're in. This year's flying by that I forget. So it's been 8 years that I've been dealing with it. Well, I've been dealing with it a whole lot longer than that, but 8 years that I was officially diagnosed. And so, yeah, we all deserve better. We deserve to feel better.
That was her dream.
To be a mom?
Yes. And then she battled lupus for a long time.
With her lupus, they were her miracles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She became friends worldwide, all over the internet for lupus family and friends. When they found out she was pregnant with Bella, they were nervous for her because it's a high-risk pregnancy. And she called me and she's like, "Mom, nobody's happy for me. My lupus friends." And I said, "That's because they care about you."
My instant reaction is, how does somebody's friend know that they missed a doctor's appointment? Nobody's doctor ever called me because one of my buddies missed an appointment, right? That's my mindset of things.
That was, always her dream is to have kids and
exciting moment.
Yeah. And then she got pregnant with interested in, our girls and what they liked and wanted to spend time with them. And then she got pregnant with her oldest, Bella. That was, always her dream is to have kids and
exciting moment.
Yes.
Nothing seemed odd.
Well, she wasn't even sure she could have kids, right?
Yeah. They did have, I know, some fertility problems with the first two and
that she discussed with you?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. She just always really wanted to be a mom, and she loved, like, when she was pregnant, she would always be excited about, oh, I'm, decorating the baby's nursery, and this is the theme I chose, and I got all the clothes ready, and they're all washed and hung up, but I'm only 4 months pregnant, and
so very type A, like Jeremy just described.
Yeah, very organized and just always like ready to go. Like what's the next thing, and she just always had something going on that she could really dive into and be involved in, and
consistent.
How about any mental conditions or any psychiatric help or anything like that she had when she was growing up?
No.
Never heard of anything. Never heard of her going to a psychologist or psychiatrist or counselor or anything like that?
Not that I can recall.
Did she ever have any problems with the pregnancies with Bella and Celeste?
Bella, she had, I don't think she had, she may have a little bit of a, whatever normal pregnancy, but Celeste, she did have more pain. She had different things with Bella. Celeste, I'm not a woman, so I don't know all the medical terms for what they had, but I know she had problems. That's why we were worried about her having the third one, because plus her having the lupus and everything else, it's very rare that someone that has lupus will get pregnant. And she did, and then she had another one. And then when I heard she had the other one, I'm like, "Shanann, you sure? We're worried about you." Even with Celeste, we was like, because she probably did have a problem with Bella, that's why we're so worried about it with Celeste. And I'm fine. And, parents are worried about, your daughter.
Right.
I want a baby, but, you come first.
Right.
Come first.
Right.
So, yeah, she probably did have some medical issues with them. Nothing. I mean, between having the baby on the spine and giving her the problems, I don't think the neck problem was part of that. It may have been. I'm not 100%.
How about after the pregnancy, like postpartum depression, anything like that? No.
No.
I know you said she had lupus, fibromyalgia,
She had lupus,
migraines.
fibromyalgia, migraines. She just recently, a year or so ago, had neck surgery. She had they had replaced something in her back for her neck. I mean, she probably had more diseases that she rattles them on, but I don't remember everything she said.
Right. Okay. Has she always been that way? I mean, did she have a lot of medical issues when she was a kid?
Well, when she was a kid, see, we didn't know anything. So when she was a baby, or when she was a kid, even a teenager, we took her to all these doctors because she always had migraines, always bad migraines. I mean, she had to go to the hospital. She took those real strong pills and everything else, and she used to go get shots and all this for it. And we took her to all kind of doctors when she was little. Brain surgeons, we took her to everybody to find out why she kept having these problems, and nobody got out until one day when she was living in Charlotte. She went to a doctor and they happened to test her for it, and they found out she had it. I mean, that was just a godsend there that somebody actually took the test and did it.
And that's when they found out she had
lupus.
The lupus? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, so now when people tell me they have all these different I said, please tell them to check you for lupus. I mean, it's another test. Just tell them to take another test. I mean, you go to a doctor, they give you 50,000 tests anyway, so you might have had another one too. Right. I mean, it doesn't hurt since we didn't know nothing about it. So, people tell us they're having, aches and pains, or having this, and they're going, well, have them test you for lupus, because Shanann went through all this for years, and we never knew it. And someone found out, and when she did find out, I mean, she couldn't eat gluten food. I mean, she couldn't do a lot of things.
I had a lot of discomforts before. And with the snow being here, all the moisture in the air, my body feels great.
Fibromyalgia, so she had just a lot of body pain.
She has migraines a lot.
Migraines.
Before they had Bella, she mentioned that the doctor said she'd never even be able to have kids.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She had those problems. But I know that her
She's always been a little weird to me, by way of
health issues.
Yeah.
And the girls have health issues too, which isn't. I mean.
Well, and she calls herself Shanann, but her mom calls her Shannon.
Oh, okay.
So she's got a little bit of a rebellious. That's not her name. It's Shanann.
In your life, all the negative in your life, write it down. But then I want you to also, on the other side of the paper, write down what has happened in your life that you're grateful for. The third step is take a pen and mark over, connect the two things that happened. So, for instance, health challenges. Chris, Mandy, life, right? I can write that I can connect that life health challenge to Mandy. I can connect it to Chris, and I can connect it to everything else that happened because of my health challenges. So there's a purpose. There's a reason for everything. We may not understand it at the time. It's hard to understand it at the time. I'm telling you, when I met Chris, I pushed him away. I gave every excuse for him to run. I mean, I gave him an out every single day. I gave him an out. And if you guys know my story with Chris, you know I gave him an out. I mean, he went to my colonoscopy. I tortured him. I rejected him. I pushed him away time and time and time again. But when I canceled dates last minute, because that's how life is with my health challenges, you cancel things last minute, and it's hard for people to get. It's hard for me to understand. But he stuck around. And he stuck around because he was the one for me. And he is amazing. And I can't tell you how wonderful he is. But on top of all of that, when I got sick, I reached out to support groups online. And I built relationships with so many people that have similar health challenges or the same. And we've built a relationship stronger than some of the relationships I've known for over 20 years. Some of them that I've known over my whole life. And these people are in my life for a reason.
She loves her kids.
loved her more than anything in this world. She wasn't even supposed to have kids. She had lupus. They told her she would never have kids. She almost had endometriosis when she was young. She had so many scares, and that's all she ever wanted was kids. Every time she seen a kid, she'd always hold one and walk around the house. She'd babysit them. I don't know, half the picture she's got with kids on her hips, all growing up. She just wanted to be a mom. And once she found out she was pregnant, it was crazy. Everyone was freaking out. I couldn't believe it. And then my parents, they all flew out. I wish I could have came, but that's when I ended up moving out here. And then they found out about CC, and I was like, this is crazy, And then she found out she was pregnant again. I was like, oh boy, this is a boy this time. I know it. I had a feeling. My mom did that little test with the needle in the string.
Yeah.
And it said boy. And I was like,
Really?
oh, this is gonna be cool. I was so excited because you got fun with your nieces and stuff all you want.
Right.
But boy, you can go fishing. I mean, I can do that with girls, but you know what I mean. It's
Right.
like
No, I understand.
boy things.
Yeah.
And
I was fed up. I was frustrated. I was exhausted. My body just ached. I had lots of discomforts because it was really, really, really cold last year, and it's snow outside still, so it's really cold right now. And I was just like down. I was stressed out. My headaches were there. They were, the whole story. So
I never thought that was going to happen, and I never thought a lot of the doctor bills from endoscopies and just like girls seemed like they're sick like every month. It seemed like.
And I made a post this morning because Cece's sniffling again. Bella is starting to have a runny nose. They're all getting sick again, and I can't. I haven't been getting sick.